Union Cabinet clears Citizenship Amendment Bill, endorses SC/ST reservation in Lok Sabha and assemblies for another 10 years. Assam government informs the Assembly it will consider provincialization of venture schools next year. Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb launches new scheme to provide quality education for physically challenged. Northeast among the priority areas of fourth round of Uran scheme meant for better connectivity. And in sports, India continued with its outstanding performance in South Asian Games in Nepal, clinched 10 medals including 5 golds. Good evening viewers and welcome to the Northeast News. This is Jolly Khoikia Gogoi with the details. In national news first, Union Cabinet cleared the Citizenship Amendment Bill today. Briefing the media in New Delhi after the meeting, Minister for Information and Broadcasting Prakash Javadekar said the bill takes care of India's interest and it will be introduced in Parliament as soon as possible. The Cabinet also gave its nod to the Personal Data Protection Bill 2019, which will be introduced in the current session of Parliament. The Cabinet also approved the withdrawal of Jammu and Kashmir Reservation's Second Amendment Bill 2019. It approved the launch of Bharat Bond Exchange Traded Fund to provide additional money for central public sector units and enterprises and other government organizations. The Bharat Bond Exchange Traded Fund (ETF) will be the first corporate bond ETF in the country. Briefing the media, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said the government is trying to deepen the bond market in India. On the other hand, the Union Cabinet approved the proposal to extend reservation for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies for another 10 years. The reservation for these categories in the Lok Sabha and state assemblies was to expire on the 25th of January 2020. Government also approved the Central Sanskrit Universities Bill to be introduced in Parliament. The bill has a provision for conversion of 3 Sanskrit deemed to be universities into central universities. The Cabinet also approved land monetization at Pragati Maidan to build a 5-star hotel. It also approved the Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Amendment Bill 2019. The bill seeks to amend the Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizen Act 2007. In news from Parliament, Union Minister for Communications Ravi Shankar Prasad today said the process is on for the merger of BSNL and MTNL. While replying to a question in Lok Sabha, he said efforts have been made to protect the interests of the employees and make it a profitable venture. He also assured the BSNL will get the 4G services at the earliest. The work is in progress in this regard, he said. The minister also said the 5G is still in evolving stage and state operators will get 5G too when it is operationalized. Prasad said 75% of BSNL revenue is spent on the salaries of its employees, whereas MTNL is shelling out 87% of its revenue on salaries. The voluntary retirement scheme will pave the way for a leaner, meaner force of the service provider and thereby augment profitability in its operations.
वैधानिक औपचारिकताओं में समय लगेगा सरकार का कमिटमेंट है कि हम इन्हें प्रोफेशनल प्रॉफिटेबल बनाएंगे.
In news from the ongoing winter session of the Assam Assembly, Education Minister Siddhartha Bhattacharya today said the provincialization of venture schools will come under government consideration in the next year. He was replying to a question by independent member Bhuban Pegu. Replying to another question by AIUDF member Hafiz Bashir Ahmed, Bhattacharya informed the House that there are 8,712 teachers posts in colleges, 85,102 posts in senior secondary schools are lying vacant as of today. Meanwhile, Speaker Hitendranath Goswami today suspended Congress member Sharman Ali Ahmed for the day for creating a noisy scene over the issue of land policy. In Meghalaya, the intensified mission Indradhanush Program 2 has been launched across the state with an objective to ensure reaching the unreached all the valuable available vaccines and thereby accelerating the complete immunization coverage of children and pregnant women. Intensified Mission Indradhanush is a flagship program of the Government of India which aims to immunize children under 2 years of age and pregnant women from 19 years of age and above. Meghalaya is aiming to achieve 90% coverage with the launch of the mission. The program is currently conducted in 7 districts. In infant mortality rate and immunization coverage, Meghalaya stands with 39% as against the national average of 34%. Village headmen, NGOs, church leaders have also been requested to join hands with the authorities for the success of the program. In news from Tripura, Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb on Tuesday announced a new scheme, Sakkham Tripura, in order to provide more education to the physically challenged with modern tools and make them competent for government jobs. Tripura, along with the rest of the nation on Tuesday, observed the International Divyanga Day in Agartala. Inaugurating the program in presence of Social Welfare and Social Education Minister Santana Chakma, the Chief Minister said proper education is mandatory for the Divyangas. He said the new scheme will include modern educational tools which can render proper and quality education to the physically challenged. The Union Government has launched the 4th round of Regional Connectivity Scheme URAN, Ure Desh Ka Aam Nagarik, to further enhance the connectivity to remote and regional areas of the country. The Civil Aviation Ministry on Tuesday said the focus in this round will be Northeast region, hilly states, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. The scheme was launched in October 2016, which seeks to provide connectivity to unserved and underserved regions through revival of existing airstrips and airports. In the last 3 years, the government has successfully completed 3 rounds of bidding under the scheme and awarded about 700 routes. The ministry aims to operationalize 1,000 routes and more than 100 airports in the next 5 years. In sports news, India continues its outstanding performance at the 13th South Asian Games in Nepal. Indian athletes dominated in track and field events and clinched 10 medals including 5 golds, 3 silvers and 2 bronze today. India won gold and silver medals in men's and women's discus throw events. Kirpal Singh won gold in men's category with a new meet record of 57.88 meter. Gagandeep Singh grabbed silver. In women's section, Navjeet Kaur clinched gold and Suravi Bishwas got silver. In men's long jump, Lokesh Saithyana won gold and Swaminathan Rao silver. In women's long jump, Sandra Babu bagged bronze. In women's 200-meter sprint, Archana Sushneet clinched gold and Chandralekha got bronze. In men's 10,000-meter run, Suresh Kumar clinched gold, while in men's section, Sajan Lama and Gyandash Singh won silver medals. In Manipur, Governor Dr. Najma Heptullah today inaugurated a program called Celebrating Sankirtan of Manipur, India's Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity in Imphal. The program was jointly organized by the Intellectual Forum of Northeast, Department of Sankirtan, Manipur University of Culture, Department of Dance and Music, Manipur University and Manipur Citizen Forum. In her speech, the governor said the rich cultural heritage of Manipur is well recognized by the UNESCO and has a respectable presence in the international arena. Manipur is today best introduced to the world through her rich performing arts and culture. It is through Manipuri culture that the world knows the existence of such a tiny state in this far-flung northeastern part of the country, she said.
Important occasions during a person's life from birth to death. I feel proud of the rich cultural heritage of Manipur, as even the UNESCO has recognized our culture. Now Manipur culture is in the international arena of culture. Therefore, we have no doubt that Manipur is today best introduced to the world through her rich performing arts and culture and not through her geographical position and size.
Tripura Space Application Centre TSAC under Tripura State Council for Science and Technology, Department of Science, Technology and Environment organized the state meet on promoting space technology based tools and applications in governance and development in Tripura in collaboration with Northeastern Space Application Centre NESAC on Tuesday at Pragya Bhavan, Agartala. Deputy Chief Minister of Tripura Jishnu Dev Burman inaugurated the day-long meet in presence of ISRO scientist Dr. John Matthew, Director of NESAC PLN Raju and other high officials of concerned departments. Deputy Chief Minister said utilization of space technology will help in collecting fact-based information, which will enable the administration to work precisely and effectively. In Arunachal Pradesh, an illegal arms and ammunition supplier was arrested by East Siang District Police in Pasighat on Tuesday. East Siang Superintendent of Police Rajiv Ranjan Singh informed that the accused has been identified as Mahendra Yadav from Bihar. Police was in search of Yadav after his name came forth during a seizure of two country-made 7.65 mm pistol from a person in Ruskin. Police apprehended him after several attempts. During preliminary investigations, Yadav confessed that the pistols were brought by him from Muzaffarpur in Bihar, paying 20,000 rupees per piece. Before we wind up the bulletin, a recap of the headlines. Union Cabinet clears the Citizenship Amendment Bill, endorses SC/ST reservation in Lok Sabha and assemblies for another 10 years. Assam government informs Assembly it will consider provincialization of venture schools next year. Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb launches new scheme to provide quality education for physically challenged. Northeast among the priority areas of fourth round of Udan scheme meant for better connectivity. And in sports, India continued with its outstanding performance in South Asian Games in Nepal, clinched 10 medals including 5 golds. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.